Hey guys, welcome once again to the channel. Um, in today's, I would like to talk about the really challenges facing Jamaica's economy. Jamaica is one of the most loved countries in the world. Beautiful culture, global influence, but behind all that, there is a serious economic struggling happening right now in Jamaica. And honestly, some of these challenges might shock you. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would like to give you a moment of silence so that you can subscribe. Thank you for the subscription. And I also add that just like and share this clip and just drop your comments. Always just drop your comment. So guys, let us watch some of this clip, then I'll come up with more reaction.
Have a program on the heart, which is the Bridge program, where we're taking young people from in those areas that have seen the most damage and who are unemployed. We're taking them in, doing short programs with them in terms of construction and other attendant areas. And we will then have them work with the JDF soldiers and with those visiting teams, the engineering teams from around the world that are here. And so our young people will get great practice. They'll get the skills training that they need, and they'll get international exposure to international best practice. So this is really very good. So we're not just building back the homes, we're also using it as an opportunity for our young people to really feel like they're a part of this, and also giving them a chance to have a trade.
Now, Jamaican surviving is going viral.
Jamaicans, I'm wondering how you survive in Jamaica, because I'm hearing your wages are a lot lower, and I hear the food and the rent, it's not so much lower. So I'm wondering how is it possible that you're surviving in the cities?
If you don't know, Jamaica's minimum wage is equivalent to 100 USD per week, which means many Jamaicans are living by God and grace. And when I say grace, I mean mackerel and bully me. Catch up. Now, many online users seeing that video was like, please help us. We are suffer. We are suffer. I need help. How that affect you? Someone replied, keep your rich and allow concerned foreigners to speak. Me? Not survive. Send me 5 minutes right now, please. Hello, Miss Jen. Cheeky. Girl, me hungry. Send me a thing. Girl, me hungry like dog right now. Someone replied to you, man. You say you're so lucky.
What you think about the minimum wage? You think it's too small?
No, it's okay. Once I work, all right. Yes, once I work, you have to save. Yes, what you save is what you earn in life. You can work a little bit of money and you still save something out of it. Because me work in OCL and me save and I achieve a lot of stuff out of it. My house, my bed, just everything. So it's what I work and how you save. How you work is what you save out of it, okay? Yeah. So it don't really matter how much money is a problem. So once you work, you have to save something out of it. If a little bit of money, because every little make a muckle in life.
Yeah, that people who don't need to save. Thank you for your time.
Now, I just want to be clear, because I know when I speak like this, which I have to do, I have to make these very controversial statements and confront our people because sometimes we have false notions of our exceptionality. And I have to confront to say, hey, we need to change. And there are those persons who are deeply wedded in an illusion. In my recent budget debate, I made a central point. Every Jamaican must increase their productivity. Our fiscal management and stability and our resilience will only carry us to maybe 1 to 2% growth. But if we're going to break that threshold of growth that we have had, which has formed the ceiling of our growth for most of the last decade, we must increase our productivity. Speaking to my friend in the market, as I'm speaking to business people, what have you produced recently? What did you contribute to the GDP of the country? And if every Jamaican were to ask and answer that question honestly, then we would begin to start to treat with this issue of productivity. Because there is a disconnection between what we want and what we produce. Because somehow in our minds, somebody's just going to come and hand it to us. We can't claim to be independent or seeking our independence if we continue to look for our salvation and rescue from outside. We must produce our way to what we want. Jamaica produces about 1,400 Jamaican dollars per hour. Barbados produces 3,500. That's about 2.5 times what we do. And the Dominican Republic produces about $4,200, or 3 times what we produce. Trinidad and Tobago produces 31 US dollars per hour, and Panama produces 43 US dollars, or 5 times what we produce per hour. That's the reality. We're second from the bottom. Only Haiti produces less than us, regionally. Everybody wants everything. But what did you contribute? What did you produce?
My name is Donnelly Ashley, and I'm from Clarendon. I've been on the program for 15 years now. I decided to come to Canada to help my family. My brother passed away and he left 6 kids. So I took those 6 kids as my own and take care of them. 1 girls, 5 boys. They are 18, 17, 12. You get them fast, about 10, 9, and I have a small one, 6. I have one just passed for high school, so I have to work very hard. Working here helped me to provide their basic needs. I send them to school, I let them have fun. I tell them to concentrate on their school lessons because it's not easy for me here. I have to work very hard, so don't waste my money. I try to help them with their homework, and I have my sisters down there. My sister is a teacher, so she also helps them. My hobbies is cooking. I like to cook because I love to eat, and I don't really like snacks. So I love to cook. Yes, I like to cook all different meals. Oxtail, curry goat, rice and peas, dumpling, banana, you name it. And my favorite food, rice and peas and chicken. Yes, I change my hair every 2 weeks, and I got my color on Amazon. Yes, I like to change colors. Pink is for the summer. I want to tell you thanks for taking the time out to come and interview us. We really do appreciate you guys.
We are now recruiting all Jamaican caregiver to work in Canada by the second week of May.
Yo, you see the farm work program what the Jamaica government offer when they have that joint partnership with the American government and the Canadian government, where they send thousands of Jamaican workers 8 times to go work on farm in Canada and America, me, I tell you, it's a good program where you can become a man or a woman alpha. See, enough man go on there, enough woman go on there, where them build them house, them save, then send them kids go to school. Enough of them are buy taxi and have all of Jamaica run on road while then they on the program. See? So it's all about how you want to use the program and what you want out of the program. Enough man come on the program and enough woman come on the program and turn crow for years. They don't make a house. They don't start a local business. But me I tell us it's a good program. I mean I tell you say it's easy. When you come on the farm, it's go easy. But if you put your mind to it and you want to achieve things, you can achieve things. See me? Yeah, man. It's a good program for any youth we want to start it.
The Jamaican economy has recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic. Madam Speaker, I am pleased to report to this honorable House and to the people of Jamaica that the Jamaican economy is projected to have expanded by 3.4% in the fourth quarter of 2022. The economy officially expanded by 5.8% in the third quarter, 4.8% in the second quarter, and 6.5% in the first quarter of 2022. This follows economic expansion of 6.7% in 2021, the fourth quarter, 5.9% in the third quarter, and a record 14.2% recovery in the second quarter of 2021.
Melissa has forced reconstruction of roads, schools, health facilities, and housing at a scale that would otherwise have taken us decades to do. The question is whether we do this with the systems and standards of the past, or whether we use this moment to embed digital infrastructure, resilient design, and modern governance into the foundations of the Jamaica we are building forward. That is the obligation of leadership, to ensure that the Jamaica which emerges from this is stronger, more connected, and more prepared than the one that existed before Melissa. This means greater investment and genuine innovation. It means new ideas becoming new industries, and new industries becoming new jobs and new opportunities. It means refusing to be constrained by systems that no longer serve us, outdated processes, unnecessary friction, governance that moves slower than the economy it is designed to support. And it means ensuring that growth, when it comes, is not concentrated in the hands of few, but reaches across communities and generations. That is precisely why we are establishing the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority. Construction at the scale and speed required cannot be managed through ordinary administrative channels at ordinary administrative speed. NARA's mandate is clear: move fast, coordinate across institutions, cut through bureaucracy without cutting corners, and deliver results that are visible to the people who most need them.
Should Jamaica's government be doing more to support the bands behind Carnival? I'm Kalila from Money Media, giving you money news for the Caribbean. So every year we see headlines about Carnival in Jamaica generating billions in economic activity. Hotels fill up, flights increase, and businesses across the economy get a boost. In 2025, Jamaica's Carnival is estimated to have generated almost 8 billion Jamaican dollars in direct spending, according to Tourism Minister Ed Bartlett. That's about $50 million US, with the economic impact extending 20 times beyond that. This supported a reported 115,000 jobs, from street vendors to costume makers, makeup artists, DJs and musicians, photographers, restaurants, and the list goes on and on. Now, the official numbers for 2026 aren't in yet, but over 5,000 visitors flew into Jamaica specifically for Carnival last year, each spending on average $3,200 US. According to Bartlett, every dollar invested in Carnival resulted in a return of $130. Now, with that kind of return and economic impact, should the government start offering special incentives and benefits to carnival organizers? Because here's the thing, the main product driving all of that activity is the Road March. That's what people are flying in for. That's what gets marketed globally. The Road March is produced by bands. We had 3 main ones this year, Gen XS, Exodus, and Yardmass. They go through months of planning, sourcing materials, managing logistics, hiring teams, coordinating trucks, music, and security. It's a full-scale production. According to a LinkedIn article posted by Gen XS director Kiba McGann, the Road March itself isn't actually the most profitable part of the business. Costs are high. The imported materials, logistics, staffing, cleanup, and much more add up quickly, and a lot of it is highly taxed. So to keep the experience affordable, bands rely heavily on sponsorship. And sometimes, even with sponsorship, Road March is a loss leader for the bands. And that means while the wider economy is benefiting from Carnival, the producers of the core product are under pressure. Now, this is where Jamaica could learn from Trinidad and Tobago, the region's Carnival heavyweight. Trinidad's Carnival earnings in 2025 were estimated at $95 million, about double Jamaica's direct earnings. Some studies suggest the economic impact is as high as $1 billion. See, in Trinidad, Carnival is backed by policies that develop support of the cultural and creative industries. There's a whole National Carnival Commission that supports bands, mass camps, and event organizers. Grants and subventions help to cover production costs, along with support for infrastructure, security, and promotion. In 2026 alone, 137 million TT dollars were allocated to the celebrations from the national budget. So when we think about the economic impact of Carnival in Jamaica, the question isn't just how much money did Carnival generate? We should also ask, how can we invest in it further to keep it growing, to incentivize more bands and more activity? Because Jamaica already has the demand, the question now is supply. According to McGann, in recent years, there's been more engagement between policymakers and the bands, but there's still a lot of work to be done to ensure that Jamaica Carnival is affordable for locals and foreigners, fiscally sustainable, and remains a boost to the economy. And that's the bottom line. So what do you think? Should more support be given to the bands behind Carnival? Let me know in the comments. Click Learn More for money news like this straight to your inbox. Let's get this money.
Let's get this money.
See, this is why I love Jamaica so much, because I'm at home today, I'm just taking up my hair, didn't even plan to be outside. I just went to get a patty. Well, actually, I was meant to go get a patty, but the card machine is not working at the gas station where the patties are. And there's a bar, restaurant next door to it, so I went there and I was like, let me just get some wings for my lunch. And the next thing you know, I'm sitting down, I'm chatting with the bartender, having a beer, and now I'm just going back to finish off the last bits of my admin and take out my hair. I just love it, the simple life and the simple moments mean so much more. Do you know what I mean?
The U.S. just deported a Jamaican to Africa, and Jamaica says they never refused them. The United States just deported someone they claim is Jamaican, but they didn't send them to Jamaica. They sent them to Eswatini, in Africa. Let that sink in. The U.S. deported an alleged Jamaican national to a completely different continent, and the Trump administration says it's because Jamaica refused to take them back. But here's the problem. Jamaica's Foreign Affairs Minister, Kamina Johnson-Smith, says that's a lie. Jamaica never refused repatriation of any national. They're demanding the U.S. provide proof through diplomatic channels. So either the U.S. is lying about Jamaica refusing deportees, or they're deporting people without confirming their actual citizenship. Either way, this is a violation of sovereignty and international law. The U.S. calls this their third country deportation program. When a country allegedly refuses to take someone back, they just dump them anywhere they want. 5 people were sent to Eswatini, 8 more to South Sudan. Nigeria already told the U.S., no, we're not accepting your deportees who aren't even Nigerian. This isn't immigration enforcement. This is imperial power deciding where black and brown bodies get discarded, and it echoes exactly what the US did to Jamaica in the 70s and 80s. Flooding the island with deportees who grew up in America, didn't know Jamaica, and became scapegoats for crime and violence the US helped create through Cold War destabilization. Now they're not even pretending. They're just sending people to random countries and calling it policy. Jamaica is demanding answers, but the question is whether they'll actually stand up to Washington or just accept this violation of sovereignty like they've accepted so many others. Drop WTF in the comments if this sounds like colonial deportation tactics. Follow for the truth about how the US still treats the Caribbean.
Alright guys, welcome back. Today we are reacting to the really challenges facing Jamaica's economy. This is deeper than what people see on the surface. This is about jobs, money, survival, and the future of the country. So I have some of the highlights of some of the challenges that Jamaicans are facing. And first, Jamaica is facing high cost of living. First thing, cost of living prices are rising, and for many Jamaicans it is getting harder to keep up. Food, transport, basic needs, everything feels expensive. Imagine working hard every day but still struggling to afford the basics. That is tough. And I know if you can't afford the basics, that means life is not as easy as people see. And another problem or another challenges that Jamaicans are facing is unemployment and low wages. Job, another issue is job. Even when people are working, wages are often low compared to the cost of living. That imbalance might there. That imbalance, it is making Jamaicans feel hard. That's what keeps people stuck. You are working but not progressing. It means you are doing nothing. So jobs are a scarcity, and if there are jobs, salary is a problem compared to the cost of living. Heavy dependence on tourists. Jamaica mostly relies heavily on tourism. And while tourism brings money, it also makes the economy vulnerable. We saw what happened globally when traveling stopped. Countries like Jamaica took a big hit. That is a risk. When that COVID-19 was there, that pandemic, there was a risk because people were not moving to Jamaica. So that dependence on tourists were hard. So there were no money being supplied to the industry, to tourists in Jamaica. So I know that Jamaica needs to put more jobs rather than depending only on tourism. That is a problem. We have also debt and economic pressure. Jamaica has made progress, but debt is still a major concern. The government has to balance spending while managing economy. Economy. It is like trying to move forward while carrying a heavy weight on your back. And we have also another problem that is facing Jamaicans train. Many skilled Jamaicans are leaving the country for better opportunities abroad, and that is a big problem because opportunities because when talents or when people move from your country to go and search for opportunities and in another country, they means that they will make that country grow rather than making your country prosper. So most skilled they are going to other countries so that they can have jobs, which I know that if Jamaicans need to create more jobs for their people so that they can make them grow the economy of their country. And honestly, this shows that Jamaica has potential, but the system needs serious improvement. The people are strong, the culture is powerful, but the economic structure needs to work. But here is the real question. Can Jamaica turn this around? Because we have seen countries bounce back before. So guys, my question is, can Jamaica turn this around? Can it make these challenges that they are facing to help their people to fix them? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think Jamaica needs to fix so that it can improve its economy? And if you are from Jamaica, I really want to hear your experience. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you guys.